Hello everyone. A popular question I got on my deadlift video that went really viral was like, what do I do for my deadlift? Like what type of training? What is my philosophical approach to it? So I do this program called the Ed Philippi Deadlift Routine. I have a website where I built a calculator to where you just plug in your max and it gives you all 10 weeks of it, the sets, the reps, the intensity. So I'm a big fan of that. But I kind of view the deadlift as like two different movements. The bottom I consider a push, kind of like a leg press. And then I consider, once you get above the knee, it really becomes like a hip thrust. And in both the bottom and the middle portion, having a strong upper back, traps, lats, forearms, is all going to be beneficial. So I would say if you want to improve your deadlift, I like to do like a very close conventional stance. The two things I do that I think are really helpful that aren't deadlifting and aren't that program are I hit box squats twice a week. And when I do the box squats, I wear shoes that have an elevated heel. If you wear an elevated heel, what it's going to do is it's going to make the squat more quad dominant. I tend to be more like hip dominant naturally, and so I want to strengthen my quads more, but it's also very closely mimics that conventional stance. So I think if you can make your squat more quad dominant, if you have a closer conventional stance, that will translate to you being stronger off the floor. That's basically my take. So I squat twice a week. And then I think chin-ups are really helpful in building the entire musculature of the upper back. And I do chin-ups twice a week. I do them after my squats. So conventional stance, treat the bottom of the deadlift like a leg press. Try and push my hips through like a hip thrust. I do hip thrust after my deadlifts on deadlift day. I do like 4 sets of 10, try and progressive overload on that. The squats is the same thing. It's like 4 sets of 5, and I try and add 5 pounds a week to my squats. Or and I also throw in some at the ground split squats to just like really emphasize strengthening the bottom of the squat movement. I think that's just valuable from an aesthetic perspective, from a strength perspective, to get used to sitting in a deeper spot, like deeper in the hole. I think that's just valuable. And yeah, I think that's it. I think most of my gains come from, just consistency, doing it for a long time, doing the same things that work over and over and over again. Obviously I'm, eating enough protein, getting enough calories every single day. But from a training methodology standpoint, what do I think is essential to do? It's really, I think, the closer stance squats with an elevated heel that make it more quad dominant to make you stronger off the floor, chin-ups and hip thrusts. You could throw in rows if you really wanted to, but I think those movements are going to be the ones that really help translate to making your deadlift go up.